It is time. Hello and welcome. It's Friday again. And I've been looking forward to this one for a really long time. As you guys might know, I'm really into my Lovecraftian lore. And the last game that we played, if I remember correctly, was Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. There was some inspired ones, but nothing that followed too closely to H.P. Lovecraft's work. Nothing up until this point. So I'm really excited for it. And yeah, let's see what it's all about. Let's see if we can find the old ones and what lore we can uncover. So hello to all of you joining us. It's so good to have you. I can't wait to share this journey with you.
All life is only a set of pictures in the brain, among which there is no difference betwixt those born of real things and those born of inward dreamings.
Wow. Well then, I think we're home. Pretty interesting, huh? It's like we're underwater. Very strange effect. They're all little jellyfishes.
I believe no more can we harbor ourselves on the safest shores, for there are things that cannot be undone.
Wow.
Dr. Faust, is that you?
Some kind of... always science, huh? Are we going back in time or something? Reliving some memories?
Oh, my head! The pain! It is unbearable!
Switch it off! Oh, there we go.
At last. The pain is subsiding. I thought my head was about to explode.
I think we might need that. I'll hold on to that.
This device, its noises are resonating in my mind. This device, its noises are resonating in my mind.
Oh, yes. And yet there's nothing in there for us to read. Huh. So they went on the expedition. Look at that. Just love that effect, like where you move mouse over, you get the light. so this is what's on our arm. And it was already on us when we came from inside meeting room of the Antarctic base. And yet we remember nothing of it. So are we still in the Antarctic, I wonder? Yeah, it sounds like it, huh? The blizzard outside.
Hello? Anybody here? Where is everybody?
So beautiful. A strong snowstorm is expected to hit for the next 2 weeks. I guess that's what we're amidst now. It is in utmost importance to take all the cautionary measures and inform the responsible personnel when going outside. Please be aware that the radio connection between the base and the ship may not be available during this period. Why does it sound like we're wading in water? Oh, it is wet. Uh-oh. Don't know if I want to follow the source of that.
Locked. Looks like we're having a power problem right now.
Should we just go outside?
Locked.
I guess everything is connected to the electricity. We can't even get out.
It's locked.
So, what seems to be the problem then? Auxiliary power needs to be enabled manually from outside. I guess we are going outside then. Just gotta figure out how. Okay, so if there is an increase in accidents, this might be due to insomnia, strong headaches, or seeing visions and hearing noises. Stop those bloody sessions. What sessions? Never go outside. We have to go outside. As safe as we feel inside, that it's nice and warm, unfortunately, the real world needs us. And besides, we need the power. Oh, meds! Yes, let's just doze up on some meds here. Unmarked medicine. My favorite. Thanks for the follow, Quartz. I really appreciate it. It's good to have you here. Gotta stop doing them in those parentheses. So, snowstorm. Oh, great. Whew. This is so atmospheric. Like, I'm starting to feel chilly, like, I can feel this. And just the sound, the audio. Look at our footsteps. What? Okay, so the power can only be activated if we're outside.
My mind is cloudy. All I can remember is the successful establishment of the Upper Antarctic base. And after that, nothing is clear in my mind.
There we go. We just flip these on, maybe. Nope, See if we're missing something. Come on. Keep pushing. Oh! Just like give me a mild fright. It's just frozen in. Nothing to worry about. Oh, here we go. The generator. Just give that a tug out. Gonna have to manually start it.
This hose was tampered with.
Oh, somebody didn't want us to have the power on. Oh dear.
Tank is empty.
Okay, so we're gonna need some new fuel. We're gonna probably need a new hose. Some duct tape might fix it, actually.
Locked.
And here's some fuel, great. We got any meds? Nope. It's Lovecraft, of course I'd be here, of course. And just, you know, having a casual pee in the tank. There's nothing wrong with that. I've heard that it can substitute. And then let's repair the hose over here. Ah, good as new. Slide that back in there. And there we are. We have power. Why do I have a bad feeling like something sneaked in as we left to do this? Watch for any footprints or something. I just have a bad feeling about this. What's down there?
It's not safe to go further away from the expedition base in this weather.
Oh, you have a point. Probably not. Let's get back inside to the warmth. Right. It's a bit eerie now, isn't it? With all the lights back on. Ooh, hello. As you said that.
What was that?
Hello? Do you want me to join you? Into the living quarters we go. Only the living shall preside here.
Locked. It's locked.
Nikolai Gogol. Fascinating, Nikolai. I couldn't have said it any better.
Is just right here. Where is he now? Locked.
This will come in handy. I would have taken that coat as well, unless we're wearing one. Ooh, okay, what the fuck is that? Are those like little... Oh. Oh my, okay. Superstitious, maybe?
If his coat is just right here, where is he now?
Are we cursed now?
It's locked. Locked.
Hey, I like private rooms.
It's stuck.
Hidden plants of great antiquity. And yet we can't read them. That sucks. This looks handy. Just like a little inch type. What do we have here? Ooh. Nice. I love when they mix science in these. Generated voice is outputted to speakers. Incoming power needs to be regulated by the device on the loop. Main feed input. Auditory and visual data are fed to the main system by the primary filters. Is it really possible to feed the machine with an actual human brain? Ancient sources speak too secretive about this. Based on the writings of R. Bacon and Wolfgang von Kepler, I will try to improve the machine. They found some cities here. Huh. Now we set foot upon lands no one has ever seen before. A vast mass of dry land around the South Pole which rose from the primal waters when the old ones seeped down from the stars. A place so evil, most of the arcane sources hesitated to record it, while some murals within the Elder City depicted it with obvious repugnance and trepidation. Wow. So this is the ability to actually factor in light. These things could see. Proton receptors. That's fascinating. We got radio. See if we can find someone on a frequency. I know how these work. No, go back. No! Come on. Oh, we almost had it. So I think it's getting slower. It's over here. There's a sign now. I wonder what frequency it will be on. It sounds about there, doesn't it? Wait. Round about there. And just to get them to match. What was that? Did you hear that? Did you just speak? Hello? Hello? Something happened there. Oh, I see what's happening now. We gotta get these to match up now. It almost like it achieves equilibrium there. Okay, about there. Now to slow it down. Got it. Literally that thing moved? Oh god. Oh, hello, it was you, wasn't it? Oh no, it can actually, remember, it has the ability to see light and detect movement. Why? Why? Is that a mouse?
I'm Frank. Frank Gilman.
Or is it is it another interesting orifice?
Is there a problem with that?
It's the all-seeing
My
eye.
name is Frank Gilman, an anthropologist joining this expedition upon the invitation by Venerable Dr. Faust himself.
This thing is claiming that it's me. That's absurd. Why?
You are claiming that you're me, Frank Gilman, but you are just a machine. Did they clone our brain? Are we actually a machine?
You're claiming that you are me, Frank Gilman, but you are just a machine.
And you are just air.
Wow! Roast of the century.
Ed,
Holy shit.
What do you mean by that? It doesn't answer me.
We just air. Where's everybody?
Where is everybody?
They're just...
They are here.
I
Okay.
don't see anybody around. Are you sure?
They're probably just air too.
What do you know about Dr. Faust?
He is the grand mastermind and the pioneer of this expedition.
Okay, Frank. Tell me, why are you here exactly?
I am here because of my extensive knowledge on the human pineal gland. I am one of the Conarians.
Conarionaut?
Voyagers beyond.
Beyond? What beyond? No answer.
Yeah, we found a secret. So that machine that we experienced right in the beginning was some kind of ability to go back and view things. Wait, hold on. Can we interact with them again? Never mind. He has nothing new to tell us.
Locked.
Ah, Dr. Faust, obviously locked. Our room is locked.
Did I lock my door? I don't remember where my keys are.
That doesn't sound too convincing to me, Frank, if you checked your pockets. Where would you have put your keys? Wait. Wait. Were these things always here before, guys? I don't remember them being on the floor. I remember them falling out of the thing, you know? Oh no, there's more of them. Oh god, okay, nope. Yeah. These nightmares have become unbearable. I still see the same man in my nocturnal visions, but now he is holding something in his hand, which I believe to be a lotus flower. We seem to be continuing this grave and serious conversation again and again. but I still can't remember the contents. During working hours, sometimes I hear his voice through the radio. It is not in the form of meaningful sentences, but more like some unconscious mutterings. I'm afraid to tell anyone about this, for I hate the very idea of the suspension I will probably be facing. Okay! Why do they have eyes there? Just like the robot, you remember? One of the composite sculptures we've come across during our initial field trips. It has an open third eye on its forehead, as well as inside its hand, which I think indicates some kind of state of knowing, because allusions to knowledge and elder things recur all the time in almost every bas-relief we have discovered so far. All this leads me to believe these creatures inhabiting those halls have acquired some kind of knowledge from the elder things. Fabled creatures of primal myths. Several other examples of the composite sculptures ranging from humanoid to reptilian in shape. They were mostly damaged and generally in a really bad shape. The lost parts were completed by the artist's imagination. The abundance of five-pointed shapes seen in the design of the structures we've come across cannot be overlooked. In addition, most of the elegant figures adorning and staring silently from above most of the gigantic gateways are reptilian in shape. Wow, what? Now that is interesting. This grotesque masonry caused an uproar with the countenance it wore on its reptilian face when we first found it residing within the almost substantial darkness of the cave where it had been carved in aeons past. Some of the crew even claimed that they had heard some muffled laughing sounds coming from within it. The pine cone it was guarding, or hiding with its humanoid hands, has some symbols carved into it, which we are yet to decipher. Does this love lamp? I love lamp. It's not a must, but still pretty. Ah, we found keys. Could it be? Oh! Okay, never mind. I thought those were hands for a moment, and I realized we're not playing that type of game. And all of these... Why does it seem to be the same child? Did you guys notice that? Like, is it me or is that the same child? I'm getting a very weird vibe. No. Well, very similar. Do they all share the same child? Some kind of weird...
It's locked.
Yeah, so let's see what we have on us. We have a key with a name tag. Johann de Witt. Well, one of these Johann's rooms? Where have we seen that before? In the other areas? We'll have to go back and check.
Locked.
And this is locked as well. Okay, let's go. Let's see what Johann might have. And there, or is it a locker maybe? It could be a locker. Oh, there we go, Johann. Okay, a note about mental problems. Dual personality. I've noticed a very curious and dangerous development in the psychological condition of the whole crew that compels me to record this note as an initial diagnosis report. The problem is especially intense for three subjects: Dr. Barlow, Dr. Anderson, and of course us, Frank Gilman, whom I've been inspecting closely since the onset of their psychological degradation. During the past 2 nights, the aforementioned subjects awoke, screaming in their beds, thus affecting and demoralizing the crew members. When I spoke to them personally, I noticed some serious deviations in their behavior patterns. As time progressed, I noted deep changes in their mental conditions. When really pushed, they clearly started to behave like someone else, which led me to believe I was facing some sort of multiple personality disorder, but it is too early to draw any conclusions. Other subjects are not too far a cry from their normal personalities, but the difference is, of course, obvious. Their condition is getting worse day by day, and a serious medical examination is needed to be carried out on everybody displaying such symptoms. I informed Dr. Faust and warned him about the consequences. He looked worried, but nevertheless hasn't mentioned it to me since. With the weather conditions we have been having lately, it seems extremely unlikely that we shall receive professional help from the outside world, or will be able to send anybody away for a thorough medical examination, which is the only sane thing to do under the circumstances.
If his coat is just right here, where is he now?
It's a good question. Where is everybody? Because we were told they are here. A creepy little face there, who claims to be us. Okay, it's time to follow the trail of these wooden sculptures, because I noticed these were definitely not here before. We would have noticed that, surely, wouldn't we have? And yet, where do they lead? So that was like the like a researcher biologist of sorts, maybe? It's like Hansel and Gretel, except nobody wants to eat the wooden statues. Yeah, can't blame them. It's probably a bit too high in fibers, huh?
It's stuck. It's stuck.
Smack it harder.
Won't open. Oh, it smells awful in here.
Okay. So how long have we been out for? For food to congeal like that? Herbal tea. Ah, we sorted. And coffee. Excellent. Black tea.
It's stuck.
Do you think we cooked them all? The old ones came. They
Locked.
reclaimed the land, and we were left with a message. Ah, yes, the elevator going down, because you know all good things are downwards. Before we do, let me just make sure there isn't.
It's stuck.
Were there any other areas? The radio room, maybe? See if we can't get a signal. Morse code's table. $1950. Wait, we're in the 1950s? Did you guys hear that? For a while, my nights have been plagued by bizarre nightmares wherein I've been talking to an unsubstantial figure. When I wake up every morning, I fail to remember either his visage or the content of the dialogue, only his silhouette, talking in a somber tone. These nightmares keep me from sleeping comfortably, the kind of sleep I am longing for. I haven't mentioned this to anybody yet, but I am feeling a constant urge to do so as if my well-being is in the balance. It would be most logical to consult with Dr. DeWitt about this. These nightmares have become unbearable. I still see the same man in my nocturnal visions, but now he is holding something in his hand. Ah yes, I remember this one. We read this one, about the lotus. Is that a tape?
This is Upuat Expedition Base. Pequod, please come in. I repeat, this is Upuat Expedition Base.
Upuat and Pequod.
Can you hear me? If there is someone who can hear me, please, come in. Some electrical condition in the disturbed air seems to prevent communication.
No, you just gotta torch your head, you see? Static. No static. Static. No static. See? It's just... it's all in your mind. So I have a feeling we might be getting some kind of code. Remember this to come back, because why else would they give us a Morse code table? Probably decipher like some kind of message. So we'll be coming here at some point. So we woke up in the meeting room, which was quite strange.
Its noises are resonating in my mind.
So that was the plant. They might have just been hallucinating and eating this weird plant that takes them back in time. But yeah, let us continue downwards, I think. Into the elevator shaft. And here we are. Downstairs. See some kind of tree. Ooh, pretty. Why would there be a singular tree here? Why would this thing be constructed for it? Why would there be a ventilation shaft? All these questions. Is it the tree of the old ones? What is so special about this tree? Guess we'll find out.
It's stuck.
The biolab should have the answers we need. Hello? There's something was here.
Locked. I need a phonograph cylinder.
So if we see a phonograph cylinder, we need to grab that. Oh! There we are. What have we got here?
Fortunately, one of our researchers, C. Lenning, was found dead in the biolab last Tuesday.
Oh shit.
Cause of death is currently uncertain, but judging by the accumulation of a mass of green substance found in his mouth and throat area. Dr. Barlow, our botany expert, thinks that Lenning was smothered by small, sticky greenish clumps that look like pollen, belonging to the living samples of the plant Tahiti, which is thought to have become extinct during the Paleozoic era. Dr. DeWitt will perform a post-mortem examination on his body soon.
Ooh! What was that? Is that a cat? It's a fucking... Oh god, it's just a cat. What are you doing here, kitty? Where did you come from? What are you doing? God damn it, kitty. I feel a little less lonely though. So, you think he was just schnaufing down those plants like it was nobody's business and he had a bit too much and he OD'd? Or was it you, kitty? Okay, so it's just us and the cat for now, huh?
Locked.
You think it might have been Lemming's cat? Either way, I don't trust you, kitty, so you staying in there. Creepy ass. Ooh! It's trying to lead us, isn't it? Oh. Into some kind of elevator? Link elevator has been set up. It can now reach both the tower and bottom levels below the base. Camp equipment and parts for the portable submarines are being transported to the first campsite. Well, I guess we're going
Looks like
down.
I need something to get this elevator to work.
Why does it almost look like a crank type mechanism that we might need? And I wonder if it needs to be powered. Guess we'll find out. I have one? No, I don't. Look at that. How cool is that? Oh, right. You're talking about that. Yes. Fair point.
It's stuck.
But before we go, I just want to make sure we came from there. Let's check the depot out.
It's stuck.
Closed?
It won't open.
Cool, yeah, we checked everything. Let's go. should be able to use this.
What was the need for such security measures?
Unless there's something else. Take the cat. No, screw the cat. Why would I bring the cat with?
This is Frank Gilman from Upuat Antarctic Expedition. Over.
Nope. Interference?
They may be out of reach.
Yeah, I would have thought we can use that, but it seems we can't. Losso Terrace. Huh. Okay, so we're missing a part now. We've started exploring some parts of the underwater passages, but it is slower goings. So I guess that's where the old ones reside, huh? Ah, so it means tongue, the plant, because the leaves were tongue-shaped, and terrace, Greek for fern or feathery, is the largest and best-known genus of the extinct order of seed ferns. Huh. Tongue-shaped, interesting. And yet, what was so peculiar or special about it? Maybe there's something inside of here that we can find for the lift. Because we do have, like, the crank part. Could it be the power, maybe? No, we restored power to the entire base, so it shouldn't be that.
What was the need for such security measures?
So it can reach both the tower and the cavern and the base. Interesting. Apparently it's not sufficient what we currently have. Oh, it's supposed to be an extinct. Ah, so we found it from underneath. And the cold ones weren't supposed to exist. So there's that. Crawl space? Nope.
It's stuck.
Everything is just stuck. It's like this guy had no clearance. Kitty! Do you have the answers? No, I can't try anything. It will either automatically work or it won't. Kitty, do you have the answer for me? Nope. And this was locked. There's definitely something in there, but it's locked. And no, Kitty. So this thing, let's see, where does this lead? It's just a light? Like a little generator. It's powering. Yeah, it's just powering everything. There's a little box thing, yeah. But I can't do anything with it. Cat probably scratched everything out. Good job. Interesting. So, there's that door that can potentially lead to something. Also the lift, which we're apparently missing some kind of item. Dr. Faust is very tight-lipped about how he came up with that strange exploration device he built long ago, the one that we saw initially. The only thing he has told me is that he came across some shunned and forbidden volumes about a device of extraterrestrial origin. But again, these sources do not hint that any existed on Earth, except in the dreams of those who like to chew a certain alkaloidal herb. The sessions we hold in the meeting room to adapt our nervous systems to the alien impulses of the machine were frightening at first. If used too much, it affects the body to breaking point. But now I'm used to its non-human sensations. I've started to feel like the device is clearing my mind to make it absorb much more than ever before. Would explain the lack of any recallance. I feel unconfined and much more receptive. But the most peculiar aspect of the sessions are that, because it is a shared experience, I am able to receive impressions, ideas, and even memories which belong to the other participants. Usually my mind wanders after the sessions end, and I cannot focus my thoughts until I have slept for several hours. That strange device surely disorients feelings and bodily functions, but I believe that what it offers is of immense importance. Can we access the device? Oh.
Locked.
Oh. Oh. Oh, there's something in there for sure. Huh. See if we can't follow the beeping some more. Maybe we can find something else. Wonder if it's tracking like... Also wonder if we can go upstairs to the machine.
Looks like I need something to get this elevator to work.
And yet we have that something right here. But we can't use it. Which is a pity. It almost feels like it'll go there, wouldn't it? Unless there's another part to it. To the handle. Let's try going back upstairs now that we have the device. Because there's definitely something there. Let's go back in general and then we'll come back here if we need to. Because don't tell me it's missing just like that tiny little knob. Because that wouldn't make any sense at all, would it? We have a handle that you're telling me we can't crank because it's missing the knob? That would make no sense, yeah, exactly. We'll see if this thing will lead us to something up here. So there's nothing in the infirmary. Where did we find the thing again? The shaft was upstairs, wasn't it? So maybe there is another part. All the members awakened without any problems, except for Frank Gilman. All of a sudden his heart ceased beating at around 1:45 AM. He was extremely cold and there was no detectable pulse. While I was preparing to perform cardiac compression, he momentarily opened his eyes. I'm unsure how much time passed since his heart failed to beat, but it can't have been more than 5 minutes. And then came the event that shook us all. The cause was the very words Frank uttered directly to Dr. Faust right after he awakened. I don't know how to explain it, because his voice was muffled and almost indiscernible, but I am convinced that the voice I heard did not belong to Frank. As a medical doctor, I could say that this is not completely impossible for someone in his condition, but there was something wrong with what I heard. It was a sound that no human vocal cords could produce. Could it be
It's stuck.
So it's not beeping upstairs. And it's not reacting to this thing.
This device, its noises are resonating in my mind.
So we know it's not that. Could have sworn we closed the door. Or I heard a door close now. And yet, it's still open. What? I'm hearing things. So it won't be anything outside, yeah? It was definitely beeping downstairs, so we need one more item. Yeah, would it make sense? So let me just make doubly sure that it's not something here that we missed. Because all of these are locked. We didn't pick up keys for any of them, except for the one, and we've already checked that out. And this little weird thing over here didn't help us, other than say that they are us for some weird reason. Maybe it has something more to tell us. I see, when we see that third eye, it's gonna be weird as all hell. Where's everybody?
Where is everybody?
This response.
They are here.
Where? Why can't we see them? Oh, I see that. I see that note. Today we located the plant, Saeti, with demonic precision under Dr. Faust's guidance. My God, how could a face be so deformed at the moment of victory? His pitch-black eyes were shimmering in the blinding darkness of the pre-human catacomb. Just try to imagine that. In that forbidding and suffocating oldness, he screamed aloud phrases I believe to have originated from the notorious Necromonicon, written by the mad Arab in the 1700s AD. It was really too much for our nerves. All of the events were like a stage play, successfully directed and performed by one person alone. No one spoke aloud, but it was apparent from the countenance they wore. Everybody was agreed upon the abnormal nature of the knowledge we were shown in that moment. And about the Saiti, it is too early to write anything. I'll spend the coming days working on it, then I will note down my conclusions. Okay, so let's head back downstairs. Ooh. Okay, it's getting weird now. I'm just getting freaked out by it. Can we just get back down? Thank you. So there's definitely something in a biolab. Wait, what is this? We didn't see this before. Oh. Plant, is that the... Samati? The plant? Okay. The fuck? What the fuck? Kitty? Kitty, are you okay? What the fuck? Close the door! Ooh, what the fuck? That's where everyone is, we can see them now.
Who is this? It's impossible to determine with so much decomposition.
We got a key at least. We're finally finished excavating the monolith that was silently waiting for a soul to see it again. Situated within the circular building we reached with the link elevator, that magnificent piece of carving was buried halfway down under a mound of debris, and most probably could have been written in the earliest pages of history. I cannot describe exactly my feelings for the first time when I stood aghast, contemplating that gigantic stonework inside of those time-worn halls of silence. Only God knows how many ages have passed since its initial carving. Just thinking about its age sends shivers down my spine. Which civilization could have constructed such grandeur, now waving a forlorn goodbye without giving away the secrets of its masters? Furthermore, even though most of them are damaged beyond repair, we spotted some symbols resembling the rock art of the Sahara Desert in southeast Algeria. We don't have any strong evidence to suggest anything, but Cornell Blake clings mostly to the continental drift theory. In any case, we don't have enough data on its age, but it is evident that history needs to be rewritten yet again.
Who is this? It's impossible to determine with so much decomposition.
Do you think the plant opened our mind? We were like tripping before, but now we see the truth? Wow. Okay, so there's definitely something in here. And I think the key was for this. Uh-oh. Is that the plant? Again? It's a plant, isn't it? It's a statue of sorts. was almost like phasing in and out of existence.
I believe no more can we harbor ourselves on the safest shores, for there are things that cannot be undone. I think you should retire to your room. I'm going to think a bit more.
Oh man, always these weird paintings, again. Where is this, I wonder? This is definitely not in the expedition place, but we can hear the machine.
Locked.
It's inside of there, isn't it? Tell me that's just the machine.
Locked.
I really hope that's just the sound of the machine. Oh. The fuck? No, 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 darkness! Oh god! It's just the machine, really? Well, that was one trip. And this is why you don't touch strange foreign objects, ladies and gentlemen. The rasa, the legendary drink of the oldest myths. I heard about the elusive mixture decades ago when I was writing my thesis on Salvia divinorum, also known as the Sage of the Diviners, an entheogenic plant used mostly in religious or shamanic ceremonies. For centuries no one could gather any information about it other than its legendary, mystical, psychoactive properties. In some sources it was the drink of the gods, while in others a key for opening gates to places that lie beyond the conventional human senses. In other words, like a psychedelic drug. The sole bridge to be passed in order to leave the bodily restrictions of the flesh. Most scholars would kill, even for a hint about one of its lost ingredients. That's something I was on the lookout for throughout my career. A new formula is forming in my mind. I feel like there is a chance for me to produce, if not the original, then a variant of the legendary mixture, the Versa, with the new clues I have uncovered during my work here. So the person was just looking for a new way to get high. Oh, look at this creature. A golem of sorts? Somewhat humanoid in form, these sculptures initially reminded us of the terracotta army sculptures carved as a funerary art buried with the first emperor of China to protect him in the afterlife. But judging by the writings on some of the bas-reliefs, now we believe that these wooden puppets, or golems, were used to carry out some tasks for their masters, just like the Egyptian ushabitu, funerary figurines which are the servants of their owner in the hereafter. We saw the golems in several sizes, and it was terrifying to see the huge ones sitting in silence on the carved and polished rock stools, as if waiting for a command. There are lots of gateways leading to dark and damp corridors that were mostly carved in ages past. Some of them were covered by strange ivy-like plants, swaying back and forth despite there being no external force to move them. They seemed to come from levels below, creeping through the crevices in the rock walls. To stop probable superstitious gossip amongst the crew, Dr. Barlow, our botany expert, personally started to examine them. The first submarine explorations revealed what was lying in the waters below in the underwater caves. The most striking feature were the structures with openings in them, like doors and windows. They made us wonder whether those caverns had been carved underwater, or if they had been submerged at a later date, and thus had become redundant to those who had carved them. Atlantis. Hey, look, another crank type device. I wonder what this one could be for. Wonder what the other one that we have is for then. Right, so where are we? Where are these maps for? South Shetlands? The South Polar regions. Alright, yeah, I forgot. Antarctica, huh? Alright, let's go. Where'd the kitty go though? Do you think we like freaked the cat out with our like hallucination? You used it to open the thing with the little plant in it? Oh, I did? Yeah. Yeah. I did. I mean, of course I did. What the...
Right. I don't know if you can hear me, but I am trying searching. This is the only way.
God, the madman.
Hey, can you hear me?
He's still searching for the old ones.
Damn it. Who was he?
I'm pretty sure we know who that was. The man behind this entire expedition. Finally, we get to see something that isn't of human origin. Hatchet? Camping axe?
Hey! Anyone here? Dr. James? Dr. Morgan? Anybody? Where are they, for God's sake?
I got an axe. And I'm gonna be asking some questions.
Looks like something's missing here.
Great. More things missing.
These plants release a poisonous gas when cut.
Should we cut
These
it?
plants release a poisonous gas when cut.
Should probably put it away then, huh? Shouldn't I?
These ivy-like plants are blocking the way.
Okay, so we can't cut them because they produce a poisonous gas. Burn them, maybe? Can't cut them. Maybe light. Oh, but we tried that. We're shining our light and it doesn't really do anything. Maybe more light? Directed light? Oh, that thing. That thing right there. If we could somehow position that. Doesn't seem to affect us, but I have a feeling it will affect the ivy. So let us figure out... Oh, that's probably what that thing was for. To like change the orientation. Wait, is there a note that we missed? There is some strange vegetation filling most of the hallways, as amazing as it is deadly. There is a hidden world right beneath the upward base, and even though I was prepared to find such a place, it was way different than imagining alone. We tried to cut our way through, but the plant reacted with a highly poisonous gas seemingly coming from its glowing buds. I issued a warning to stop anyone going near any of these plants they came across in any of those caverns. I also noticed a strange phenomenon after I spent some time examining a sample from the plant. It occurred to me that individual vines grow and shrink in length on demand. It also seems as though it can move, even though there are no air currents. And this movement seems too regular to be caused by natural factors. This may sound strange, but I have the notion that it is conscious. At least on some level. Okay, so there's this thing here. Maybe I can insert the other portion of the axe?
Looks like something's missing here.
Nope. We're looking for something, and then I think we're going to use that to redirect the light towards the vine, which should allow us to make progress. That was pretty inventive though? Yeah. So something must be here somewhere, maybe in here on the ground? No? Ooh, there's a hallway down there. Smack it. Can't smack it. There must be something small. Something that we're looking for. Can I smack these open? No? What's the point of having the axe? I want to break the crates! Break the crates! Can we go down the water? No. Damn it. Let's use this thing. Will it guide us to something? Again? Was that a one-time thing?
I need something that can fit.
Yeah, we know that. But what? Wow. Yeah, so it's definitely going to move that, that's for sure. But we need to find an object. And I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be upstairs, would it? If they brought us down here, everything that we need should be down here. There's that star, the 5-point symbol again that they mentioned. Very interesting. Where is it? something. Are the lights trying to tell us something? There's one there. Because this one's positioned on the axe, and we did grab that. Are you trying to tell us something? And the braziers, are they of any relevance? Or what about you? You're on? Wait, how is this all being powered? Oh, so those boxes are electricity boxes, that makes sense. Okay. I have a feeling we forgot something. The only thing I could think of, since this is so archaic, the item that it needed. Where is it? One of these? Nope. Wait, what the hell? Should be, here it is. So it's so archaic, and it's 5-pointed. It can only be the thing in the office, but we looked at it, but we didn't grab it. So I think we forgot it. I think we need to go back and get it. It has to be something old, it can't be something new. It's not a crank, it's not anything. This is not part of civilization. At least civilization that we know it. Oh god, we can't go up anymore? Oh wait, never mind, go up, that way. And if I have to see that creature, just staring, smiling. Wonder why it didn't let us grab it. Biolab. Doesn't it look like that would be the item that fits? It's 5-pointed. But yet we can't take it. So it wasn't that. There's something else in here? From the other room that was opened up? Something that we maybe forgot?
Who is this? It's impossible to determine with so much decomposition. Oh, yes. These are the pre-human species we found frozen in a cave far south of the base.
What the hell? Look at that. It's almost like they're in a pot of sorts. What? Look. What is that?
Oh, yes. These are the pre-human species we found frozen in a cave far south of the base.
Oh dear. I'm glad we came back to see that. Yeah, there's definitely something we need. And I could have sworn it was the that artifact. Unless there's something else in here. Someone must have had it to turn it. Damn you, artifact. Why don't you want to come with us? But it's just a statue anyway. And this looks like those beings that we saw. So they're supposed to be pre-humanoid? No mouth, no eyes that we can see? They're just like a type of cephalopod. No? Hello, I have a question. Ricky, yes? Yeah, I don't think there's anything here. So we had to have grabbed everything, and there has to be something down there. If you're at the South Pole, how can they be found south of your location? Interesting, what's south of our location? But I would assume it would be due south of your current location, because you can still continue heading south in a direction even if you are at the South Pole. It doesn't change the direction in which you travel. So I would just assume it was south of the South Pole? Because the South Pole is just a location where the two poles meet, north and south. It's not an absolute location on which your location is based. Wouldn't it be considered north? Well, I mean, if you're at the South Pole and heading south, I think it would still remain unchanged. Those are very interesting. I wonder why they refer to them as pre-humanoid. Was it the Paleozoic era that they mentioned? Mesozoic? Look at that. It's like a walking... Well, we assume it would be walking, but they could just have been swimming. It's very, like, cephalopod-like. I would assume they would, like, crawl on those, like, tentacles? But if the bulk is that upright, I don't know how the body structure would support that. It just looks to me that they would propel in water. So very much like a cephalopod. Didn't that lift say that it had multiple... Let me check the left quickly, because it's a link elevator. There was something in here. We can go to the tower. The base is here. There's a cavern which went, and then there's a tower. We haven't been to the tower. So we can still go up further. I think we just went down. Nice, there we go. We're headed up. Hello, hello. Oh, right. Wait, this is strange, because if we were in the mid-level, let's just look at this. Oh, okay. Apparently I can't look at it right now. Okay, let's try this. So if our base was lateral to that, and we were on the mid-range, right? but then we also took an elevator down, didn't we? So essentially we were up here, right? Then we took an elevator down to get to this level. But our starting point was up here. We were on level with the Antarctic. How do you go further up still in the elevator? Because what kind of structure would this be, and wouldn't we have seen it? Because this doesn't look like a human created structure. Do you know what I mean? Like, this looks ancient. So how is that physically possible that it's on a higher level? Uh-oh. We're experiencing one of those things. So this basically leads you to objectives. Do you notice that? Or just objects of interest? Because here's what I would assume would be the device we'll use to change the orientation of that light source. A tower. Yeah, a tower. How is it possible that that tower... Unless we can't see it because of this whole device that we have. So no one else sees it. Whoa. Are those like people there? Are those creatures?
This is amazing. Most of the ground level structures have been crumbled and rounded from untold eons of savage storms, and thus weathered into shapeless ruins. However, both the ground level and the cavern systems below are clearly displayed in these bas-reliefs. The most striking features depicted in this grand panorama, I believe, are the tall, occasional towering spires, which somehow resemble a lighthouse. They all seem like focusing a light beam towards a colossal structure in the center. Could there be some sort of religious meaning behind this? Or simply something that has a more practical use? I'm not sure.
Wow. It's just so beautiful. Oh, so this was the light source that we saw below us in the cavern. So it's harnessing it from... Do you think it could be the lighthouses, as we saw in the picture?
So this is the strong light that can be seen from ground level.
Are you amused, Quartz? Wow. Let's head on back. Now we have what we need. It's interesting, this part doesn't have the ability to close the lift, but the other part does. Okay, so let's head on down. And then we need to go a level further. And now there's suddenly a door? How does this work? One more. I'm still confused by the fact of how there's a tower. So is the tower visible from the base? It would have to be, right? It would make no logical sense otherwise. So did they bold the base around that? It has to be, right? They just built around it. This is a cavern below that they were excavating. That could be the only thing. They found the site and they set up a base camp. Okay, so now we have this, and now we can turn this, and the goal, like I said, was target those plants. Where are the plants? They're here, right next to us. So So let's just watch the light source. That... one more. That should be it. So that should make them recede, yeah. Just as I thought they would. And now we'll have gained entry into this... What's that sound? Are those like eggs of sorts? Oh. Plants, maybe? Eggs, plants? Is that symbol again? Could be those plants are actually the babies of those pre-humans you saw earlier? Yeah, possibly. It's very possible. But look at these creatures, like... Oh. What is this? It's made to believe it's like some sort of carving. And there's those creatures again in the drawings. We saw them, do you remember? Oh. Look at that. With the eye.
What was that I've just seen?
It is beautiful. It's like a nautilus. Oh. Some kind of bolts of sorts. They've got glyphs on them. Guess we'll have to be using that for something. Oh wow.
If I am not mistaken, this relief depicts that the overgrown floor we came across at the various points in the cavern can be cleared away with an iridescent device, a tool or a talisman. Curiously, we still haven't been able to find the roots of those plants. They seem to seep out of these caverns by passing through crevices which look as if intentionally made for them. What other secrets might these silent halls conceal from us?
Wow. Look at that. So they are the reptilian-like creatures they spoke of. Hey Anya! The fuck was that? Sounded like something growled at me. I was gonna say, does this remind you of the Argonians? Is this where the Argonians are from?
As we planned, my team will continue exploration through this gateway. Other expedition parties can commence when ready.
It's like a gateway of sort, like tunnel entrance. One of our explorers? Looks like he's wearing the same device that we're wearing. Ooh! Oh, here we go. The glyphs.
A set of symbols we've seen in strangely carved niches all around here. Matches with what is written in the oldest parchment. I believe uncertainly that they represent a destination towards somewhere significant.
I've seen a vision near the rock tablets in a place that looked somewhat like an ancient burial ground. There was a diagram consisting of several glyphs carved on the rock's polished surface, and one glyph in particular was mentioned by the silhouette that appeared in the vision. I've copied down the diagram and marked that glyph. So I'd assume that would be our starting point, which is this one over here. And then the centerpiece would probably be that. Sign used for protection from powerful entities. think we need that. A chroma. Wonder what's the point of having this lamppost like this, 2 sticks on the side? It's not like it supports it. They would only add a tiny bit of extra weight. Strange. Maybe it's a splint for a crack we can't see? Maybe. Oh, that's probably where the wheel goes. We need the 5 pieces in here, probably. We know that this piece goes in the bottom, but we don't know about the rest. Do we know about any others? The Elder Sign tablet, let's inspect this. Can't really read those symbols, can we? And they don't quite look the same. Or are they? Let's check. No, they don't look the same at all, those symbols. I don't think it's gonna tell us until we try and turn the thing and nothing happens. Maybe it's according to the yeah, let's have a look. I didn't see anything in it though. Oh, there is something in it, right. Okay, so sun at the bottom. Almost like the pharaoh eye in the middle. 2 lines on the right. Sun at the bottom left, 2 eyes. Okay, I've got it. I've got it. So... let's see. Sun at the bottom. This goes there. Almost a pharaoh-like eye there, and this would go there. If I'm looking at the right orientation though, which could be another thing. Let's just hope they didn't make it that complex. Oh, we did something. Why does it sound like something from behind there opened? Or something happened. Thought it would have been this thing that opened. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, it's a pressure plate. We're standing on a pressure plate. Hello? It's gonna close now, isn't it? What? Oh, that's weird. At least we don't have a third eye. Skyrim level security. It's your Argonians.
For a moment, I thought my reflection in the mirror was about to talk to me.
Well, I mean, if you look like you're about to talk to it, then... It's like we're deep in the Deadmano caves, aren't we? Hello? It's like someone was... Oh! Okay, it's the radio. Jesus.
Can you hear me?
Oh, thank God! Yes, I can hear you!
Finally. It seems the effect of the mixture starts to wear off. Frank, heed me carefully. Time is running out, so I must be brief. Where exactly are you?
Klaus, is that
cave?
you? I'm inside the caves below the base. Where are you?
Listen, I cannot talk much. I know that you are having trouble remembering, but you must keep going. Use one of the submarines and follow the light.
Okay.
Do you
Follow
hear
the
me?
light.
Come on, please. Where are you? Damn it! The connection is lost. He said I have to keep going. Why? Where are they?
We finished tweaking the submarines one last time, and again they are ready enough for the next uncertain voyage ahead. This time we will also mark the way with light sources to make it easier for the later expeditions. Okay, that makes sense why we need to follow them. In a short while, all members of the primary underwater exploration party led by Dr. James Barlow will head for the next destination, which appears to be towards the mythical entrance to the legendary Netherworld. But again, I wonder whether we are looking for something that is not to be found. After all I've experienced, read and studied here, after all those sleepless nights spent discussing the laws of nature and how to bend them, what lies beyond and how to reach a certain state to see more without eyes. Even I cannot help but think this journey may easily lead straight to hell, but we have to go through in all in search of answers. Were those maze-like tunnels flooded at some point in time, or were they carved underwater? This was the main topic of debate at last night's meeting, and what Dr. Faust hinted at on various occasions, cited from a dark, leather-bound book, was too frightening, at least for the ones who could understand the underlying links. The megalithic statues, ornate standing stones, and the flat areas of polished rock we could see at some points made us think that this place could be a religious temple complex of some sort. A religious temple complex. We cannot imagine what it looked like in those former days, for now it lies in ruins, bare and without any signs of underwater fauna or flora. It's possible to assume that, due to volcanic activities in the Earth's crust, the climate is humid and temperature Oh, the climate here is humid and temperate, but we don't know exactly whether this is the case. That theory somehow examines the nature of those small scattered fragments of obsidian along with that cryptic stone wall that welcomes you when entering via the round gate. What does it go like? Hello there, and welcome to my inner chambers. It's a bit creepy. As men of science, we cannot fully grasp most of the phenomena happening around us. No apparent sign has been left behind, indicating the true motives of the carvers of those inconceivably old caverns. All I am sure of is that this place holds something strange. Grasping the soil here firmly in both hands gives me a rudimentary sensation I cannot translate into words. Something I'm sure no other mortal man has hitherto perceived. Oh god, that's terrifying. Oh, let's hope we don't come eye to eye with it. We do have a hatchet. So, maybe that will help? Maybe they're slow. I mean, large things usually are quite slow, right? But then again, the laws of science may not apply to these old ones. Would you like to get on the submarine? Sure, why not? Let's do it. Wait, no, we're actually steering this thing? No ways. How cool is this? Come to full stop. Oh, this is to steer it. What does this say? Alright, how to use the Dolphin. Interesting. I like this a lot. How cool is this? Like, honestly. This is so cool. And it just works. It's so smooth. Wow. We're actually controlling a submarine. What are these? Oh, wow. So these are like, this is like the temple. And these are like some carvings of sorts. So we need to follow the lights. I can understand why they would say that. Like, imagine trying to explore this without the lights. Ow, 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 sorry. Oh my god, there's actual damage. You can damage the thing. What? How crazy is that? That is so cool. Attention to detail. I have a feeling that was supposed to happen. Just saying. It's a radio. Someone's trying to contact us on the radio. What? trying to call you to tell you to be careful? Oh, that's very bright. Why is this one so bright compared to the others? Why do I have a feeling like something's behind us? And we can't even check, that's the worst part. Like I can't look behind me. I'm just hearing these weird sounds. It wasn't me this time. Are those fish? No, just air. Oh! Cephalopod. Yep. You saw that. The way it moves? Yep. I'm pretty sure they won't walk on water, so they're underwater. Aquatic beings. I mean, it would be terrifying if they came at you on the ground, right? Is it gonna attack our ship? Our submarine? So that's where our octopus come from, huh? They evolved, or devolved. I mean, the depths, what do the depths hold? Apparently we haven't like explored, what, 80% or more of our oceans? Oh, no. Get your tentacles off of us! I did not consent to this. Well, let's hope there's a diving suit on board, right? There also was another submarine, in case we need to be rescued or something, I don't know. Oh yes, let's continue following the light, shall we? Wait, what? We're back. Oh! Of course you have to be in here. I was about to say, this was the room where this was all set up. Did we go back in time now? Are we having like flashback? Or are we legit back in the past and have to do everything again? Oh, maybe we can get into Dr. Force? Yes!
It's stuck.
Well, unstuck it. Oh. Phonograph. Cylinder. Let's see what's on it. Yeah, we don't need this anymore, so just chuck that there.
2 days ago, Frank most probably could have reached the intended time period. Among all the Conarian, our sea is the most, how should I say it, gifted. But unfortunately his heart ceased beating all of a sudden. This was most unfortunate, because when he came back he doesn't remember anything specific. I believe there is no other way than increasing the intake dosage of the mixture. Very dangerous, but this seems the only way to raise the time limit and awareness in the sessions.
Wait, is that why the robot thinks it's us? Like, wait, I'm so confused. Did we actually go to some place, or was it all just Drax? Is that German? Well, not actually. Isn't that like Dutch? Unaussprechliche Kulte? Looks German. Jamaic at least. Would that be on cults? Unidentified cults? Something? The power of this place, I believe, is too strong for the mind and the body. At the least, it disorients the feelings, bodily functions, and even more so the powers of judgment. Nevertheless, I didn't expect or even prepare for what happened during the session we held 2 days ago. Frank was not able to rise from the deep. Still, what strikes me the most is his contorted look and his speech when he came back to life. It was only subtle, but I was able to detect it. Doubtlessly, a revulsion of feeling was apparent in his countenance. There was something unnatural, something bizarre behind his marbled eyes. It seemed that he saw the deepest time frame we had been searching for a long time. I cannot be so sure about that, for his consciousness may have been hindering the flow of communication, but it is still highly possible. His speech, even though it was almost indiscernible, seemed awkward and foreign. The pronunciation was barbarously alien, and his diction had a curiously stilted quality. Beyond any doubt, the speaker was not Frank. I tried to speak to him, but he seemed unaware of me, kept looking at a certain point on the wall in front. What I discerned from his speech was a long-dead language that only a few people know today, myself included. Jesus. So I was the sole person who understood what he had said, and I will keep it that way until everything is settled. The past 2 nights, Frank has woken up screaming, covered in a cold sweat, unable to remember the contents of his dreams, the things that caused him to scream intensely, enough to render Mr. Barlow speechless. I will consult PK about this event as soon as possible. Take care. E. Warren Ross. This is so fascinating. So this is locked for some reason. I don't know if we'll be able to... Or stuck apparently. I don't know if we'll be able to unstuck it.
Locked.
We can't enter our room yet. So what happened? We just awoke again? That thing freaks me out, and apparently it's us, thinks it's us, Frank, with those dead, cold, lifeless eyes. Jeez. We're in the darkness.
Where am I? How did I get here? When?
Wow. So I assume we came from there. We must have gotten out the submarine somehow. This is stunning. Hello?
To other expedition parties. Is there anyone who can read me? One person is dead, and 2 others have been injured by the partial ice cave collapse. There is something here with us. Do not come through our expedition route. I repeat, do not come through our expedition route.
Yes, I read you. This is Frank. For God's sake, what happened? And please, tell me where I can find you.
Frank, do not stray from your path. We have come across something terrible. Do not come here through our expedition route, no matter what happens. It looks like this fiendish netherworld depends on some kind of energy. An energy that is stored in curious stoneworks similar to an obelisk with crystals on top. And they are able to clear away some of the strange plants.
Dr. Faust? Dr. Faust? Oh, come on, not again! This is nonsense. I cannot understand what is going on.
Oh, wow. So there's something down here that we do not want to discover. And we should rather turn back now. But what could it be that is down here? Could it be the cephalopod-like creature that we saw? Could it be Cthulhu himself? I guess we'll have to find out. Ah, we meet again, Frank. From the other side. Who does not want to have a conversation with us? Yeah, I'm really loving this game so far. There's so much depth. There is so much that's going on. And the best part is still to come. What exactly lies in wait? Will we find Dr. Faust? Or will we find something else? Something sinister that is just waiting to claim us?
Looks like something's missing here.
I guess that is something that we have to continue on the next stream. I think this is a perfect time to end things off with a little bit of suspense, because I'm looking forward to the continuation of this. Things are really starting to get interesting. The immersion in this game is just, it's surreal. It's just the right amount of immersion, lighting, sound. And the puzzles are really interesting and unique as well. So yeah. Let's save our game over here. And let us continue this one on the next installment of Conarium. I think this will most likely be a 2-part stream. Based on the amount of unlockables as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the little intro into Conarium. I know it starts off a little bit slow, but it's definitely picking up. Yeah, that was something else. I'm really looking forward to experiencing the whole temple. There's definitely some kind of ritualistic section that we're going to be approaching based on everything that we've seen so far. And I'm curious to see the reptilian-like creatures. What we find out, are they actually the Argonians? Is that where they came from? We shall have to ask the Egg brothers and sisters. But yeah, until then, hope you guys have an awesome one, and we'll be back next week continuing the beautiful game, Conarium. Until then, bye for now.